We started this 10-day vacation flying from SFO to LAX to Paris to Zurich, took one of the most beautiful train rides from Zurich to Andermatt, enjoyed skiing on the mountain for a few days, checked out 2 Michelin-starred restaurants, stayed in arguably the best hotel in all of Switzerland, flew back to Paris and stayed at the Parc de Vendôme, did a bit of special shopping and also some more Michelin-starred restaurants, spent a night at the Waldorf Astoria Versailles, some more good food, and also checked out the palace, and now we're heading back home. So we're flying from Paris to Salt Lake to San Francisco. We are flying Delta One suites, but I almost wasn't. More on that later in the video though. Big favor before we dive in is to hit the like button to help with the algorithm, and if you are new and you like travel, then consider subscribing. I'm currently in C2G, Mandy is in the back, and pretty much sitting by myself today. First thing I usually do once getting on the flight is changing into the slippers, just because they are a lot more comfortable than shoes, and my feet expand at least. These ones are a little bit tight, so you can see my back heel sticking out a bit, but works. This is the menu for Delta One, and I ended up ordering the braised beef. I'll probably add some wine as well, red wine, to pair with it. We are flying the A330-900, and it's pretty solid. Controls for the seat are over here, so lots of different settings: upright, relax, lounge, and you can do a lot of micro adjustments. Feature light over on the top right. Do not disturb if you're going to sleep and don't want to be disturbed. Also, a lot of other settings down here for if you are in bed mode and sleeping, which are just more convenient than reaching up here. Kind of already showed this, but this is the shoe compartment or other storage compartment. Over here is one for books or I guess any pamphlets. Plenty of room down here, and moving away my pillow, you can see the bottom. This is me sitting very slouched and sticking my legs as far as I can out. We have a lot of room. If you're under 6'6", you're probably fine. Over here is a hook that I'm finally going to use for once in my life. It is more meant for like actual jacket pockets or coats and stuff. In terms of movies, lots of options, new releases, same as on our way here. But yeah, still pretty good. My watch Wonka. It is currently 3:24 a.m. in Salt Lake, so probably should sleep a little bit once we get some food in. Delta does have a pretty comfortable comforter and pillow combo, so even if you don't want to open it up, it's nice to hug. Table is over here. This opens up, and you have a pretty useful mirror and also a remote control. This is great if you don't want to reach up over here and you want to just control like this, or if you're playing games, or if you're in sleep mode or lounge mode and want to relax. Headphones back here, and let's watch a movie since we are about to take off. I think we have another minute or so, but let's go through the amenities kit. Someone, somewhere. Eye mask, earplugs, lip balm, as well as lotion. Little one over here. And toothbrush. Oh, also pen. Lunchtime. The nuts are heated and they taste amazing. There's just something about heated nuts. Lunch is served. We have some mushroom soup, shrimp, salad, and bread. Bread is barely lukewarm. So I wish this was a little bit hotter, but yeah, this smells really good. You can actually smell this, which is nice. Okay, let's give everything a taste. Mushroom soup solid, 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5. Next up is the prawn. Interesting flavors. I think I could use a little bit more. It's okay, probably like a 6.5. It's not bad, I'd get it, but nothing to write home about. Moving on, we have the salad and some balsamic. I give the salad an 8. I like that there are other things on it and it's not as simple as some other ones. Pretty tasty. Last up is the bread. Pretty normal. Wish there was butter. Probably a good 6 or 6.5. Not bad by any means. I've had worse, but I feel like I've also had better. Let's actually try dipping it in. Dipping it in makes it taste a lot better. And yeah, I actually really like the mushroom soup. Okay, finished everything other than the bread, mostly because I feel like I've had way too many carbs. Okay, fine, one more bite. Okay, they ended up bringing butter, not to just me, but to everyone. So I might actually eat the bread now, which is kind of concerning on my end that it's very dependent on butter, for me at least. Okay, so I ended up eating the bread. Apparently butter is delicious. Okay, the main's here and it looks really good. So presentation-wise, it's in this gigantic bowl and they had to bring it out with these clamps to make sure they don't burn themselves because it is pretty hot. Yeah, very hot. I also ended up getting more soup, which I am now upgrading to an 8 because I really like it. This is the beef with some potatoes on the side. Carrots. They are a bit more complex than they look. Kind of the flambe flavor to it. Tastes pretty good. Red wine. Goes perfectly with the meal. More mushroom soup. I really like mushroom soup. For dessert, they came around with a cart and you have 3 different options. Number 1 is ice cream, and there's a bunch of different things you can add into it, such as berry sauce, nuts, as well as cream, and I think also chocolate sauce. You also have this, which is kind of a pastry dessert, and then also cheese. I'm a sucker for ice cream. Okay, let's give this a taste. There's something about ice cream that's on a flight with toppings. Delicious. I'm gonna just eat it with my hands. Like a savage. Ice cream's a 9. This is a solid 8. Okay, so we are about 5 hours away from landing, about halfway through the trip, and we have a snack. This is the very literal mid-flight snack, which is warm lemon Adelines. It actually looks pretty good and feels pretty good too, pretty crispy outside. Also went through 3 of these bags, which were delicious. They're pretty small, but probably still not good for me. But yeah, these are amazing, probably some of the best chips I've ever had. Sour cream is my favorite chips flavor, and up in the air for whatever reason, they just taste magical. Okay, let's give these a taste. That is delicious. Even if I got that underground, I think I would give it the same rating. It's actually amazing. It's not good for the air. It's just good. That's a 10 out of 10. Also, I could probably eat 10 of those if I wanted, which is a little bit dangerous. Diet Coke and coffee, probably didn't need both, but just had kind of an inkling for Diet Coke. Diet Coke is Diet Coke, unsurprisingly. Probably could have not had a Diet Coke and stuck with the coffee and Madeline, and that would have been enough. For the landing meal, we have the option between a meat and cheese board, which is what I got, and also a pizza option. Pizza is not the pizza in your traditional sense. It's more of kind of like a flatbread or bread with some sauce on it. It's okay, I've had it before, but wasn't too big of a fan. Meat and cheese board does look pretty solid though. Good job. Let's dive into the meat. Solid 7.5, maybe 8 depending on you. Yeah, pretty tasty. Cheese is okay. Okay, I'd probably give cheese a 7. Fruits, pretty sweet. Olive, and then cream puff. Cream puff is really good, but probably not great for me. Overall, great, and I would happily recommend a cheese plate. Overall, this was a great flight and amazing service from the Delta crew. I think if you are someone that's claustrophobic, then the middle set of seats definitely feel more spacious and you can freely stretch your arms up. The front of the cabin also gets a lot more airflow, so if you do run hot, then I find that it's pretty nice. The funniest part of this flight is that we were cutting it pretty close. Both Mandy and I ended up using global upgrade certificates, GUCs, that we got from having Delta Diamond status. Since we booked main cabin, the upgrade only moves you to Premium Select, and you get waitlisted for Delta 1 Suites, D1S. Mandy's upgrade got confirmed earlier in the day, mine didn't get confirmed until we checked in. So for me, on the way to the airport and even lining up to drop off her stuff, I thought I was flying Premium Select and doing a versus video of Mandy rather than in D1S myself. In that case, it would have still used up a GUC, so not that ideal. Luckily though, everything worked out and another amazing flight. On that note, if you want to learn more about cards to get points for these type of redemptions or to earn Delta Elite status, we do have links on the website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. As always, make sure the links are competitive and that the cards make sense for you, but otherwise it is a huge way to support the channel, so thank you guys in advance. If you made it to this point, leave a playing emoji in the comments down below and I'll try to heart it and also respond. 2 questions. Number 1, what are your thoughts on the flight? And number 2, what's your next vacation destination? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favor, give this a thumbs up, consider subscribing, but otherwise hope you liked it. See you next time.
We are risk adverse and we didn't know how long the connection would take, so we had the option of either 1 hour or 3 hours, and we went with 3 hours. Still though, happy to stay in the Salt Lake Delta Sky Club before heading home. Also a great opportunity to upload stuff from the trip.